How's it going, everybody? My name is TheStarkz, and welcome to a brand new Cyberpunk 2077 video. Now, the last time I made a Cyberpunk 2077 video, it was about its delay, which was very numerous in Cyberpunk's very lengthy development phase. And the one before that was about how Cyberpunk was disappointing to me. And 2 years later, Cyberpunk 2077 is now released to public, and it appears that it is just a complete mess. I'm reading off of this article from Polygon, and it states that Sony is offering Cyberpunk 2077 refunds and pulls game from the PlayStation Store. Now, this seems like a very unprecedented thing for Sony to do, and so let's get into the article. The article states, Sony Interactive Entertainment said Thursday it will offer full refunds for the PlayStation 4 version of Cyberpunk 2077 for customers who purchased it digitally. Sony also announced plans to remove the game from its PlayStation Store until further notice. As of Thursday evening, Cyberpunk 2077 no longer appears when searching the PlayStation Store for Cyberpunk. The game's product page now appears blank on the web-based version of the PlayStation Store as well. The PlayStation maker announced the refund offer via Twitter on its support account, saying on its website that Sony Interactive Entertainment strives to ensure a high level of customer satisfaction. Therefore, we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via the PlayStation Store. SIE will also be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from PlayStation Store until further notice. Once we have confirmed that you purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via PlayStation Store, we will begin processing your refund. Please note that completion of the refund may vary based on your payment method and financial institution. Now, continuing on the article here, it states that Sony's decision comes after widespread complaints about the quality of Cyberpunk 2077 on last-gen consoles and an apology from publisher CD Projekt Red, which instructed dissatisfied customers to seek refunds from Sony and Microsoft if they purchased the game digitally. CD Projekt executives apologized to fans on Monday, stating, for not showing the game on base last-gen consoles before it premiered, and in consequence, not allowing you to make a more informed decision about your purchase. Cyberpunk 2077 has become infamous for its poor technical performance, including amusing and serious game-breaking bugs. Quote, we should have paid more attention to making it play better on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, CD Projekt in a statement which was signed by American, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I'm not even going to bother, founder of parent company CD Projekt and all of its board of directors. The company later admitted it took, quote, the wrong approach to how it handled the showcase and showcased the console versions of Cyberpunk 2077. Now, wow, that's a lot. And this, I mean, listen, this is the first time I've ever seen Sony do something like this for a AAA game. Like, I think this is a very unprecedented thing for Sony to do ever for any AAA game that I've ever seen, at least over the years of my experience playing video games. And I think it's crazy. I mean, 2020 has been the year of just literally expect the unexpected, and this can't be any more truer to that statement. And what I find amusing is honestly my opinion of Cyberpunk 2077 back in 2018. You know, I made a video saying an introduction to Cyberpunk 2077 and how I believed that the game that CD Projekt Red showcased back at E3 just didn't wow me to the satisfaction that I wanted it to. And up until that point, I was still very much looking forward to Cyberpunk 2077, not necessarily anticipated, not necessarily hugely excited or pumped for its release. And honestly, I think that CD Projekt Red is in a load of trouble. Their PR team, the devs, everyone involved. Unfortunately, obviously, because, you know, and listen, I'm not saying Cyberpunk 2077 is a bad game. It's not. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure the story is good. I haven't bought the game. I have not bought the game. But I just want to just point out here, I don't have to play a game to talk about Sony taking the game off of the PlayStation Store. Listen, IGN made a very informed review about Cyberpunk 2077 and urged a lot of people not to buy the game. I didn't watch that review and didn't buy the game. I just didn't buy the game because I just wasn't interested at the time, and I'm glad I didn't buy the game because the game looks awful. It doesn't look good on PlayStation 4. It doesn't run. There's a bunch of bugs and glitches, and I'm not interested in playing a game that's full of bugs and glitches. You know, the last time I had that happen, my experience was with Days Gone, and I was very much dissatisfied by Days Gone. I mean, eventually it got better, and I played through the story, and it was incredible. But until CD Projekt Red makes a very large patch, you know, getting rid of most, if not all, these bugs and glitches and all these unpolished and issues that this game has, then TheStarkz will buy Cyberpunk 2077. So I just want to get that, you know, cleared out in the air before I get some hateful comments for whatever reason. But what I find interesting about this is I honestly think CD Projekt Red is just a bit selfish here. I think they should have taken a few months to actually polish the game, have it you know, up the release, pardon me, for 2021, and really polish the game as much as they can before this December launch. I don't know why they actually I do know why CD Projekt Red pushed it for December. It's because they're greedy. They want money. This is December. We're in the middle of a pandemic. What's in December time? It's Christmas time. It's probably the month that most people on an average year, excluding the pandemic and all these bad things going on, probably spend the most money. That and January. And so they wanted to capitalize on this pandemic and the fact that most people spend a lot of money in December to make sure that they get their money's worth. And listen, it's been I want to say probably a week now since Cyberpunk 2077 has been released. I think yeah, almost a week now. And apparently their earnings have doubled, or pardon me, not have doubled, but they've made more than what it's cost them to make Cyberpunk 2077. So I hope that's not why CD Projekt Red decided to release Cyberpunk 2077 this year, but I do think that's definitely a main reason, is because, you know, they're capitalizing on people's misfortune and the fact that it's December time. So I mean, that's just my theory on it. Of course, I'm not saying this is fact. I'm just saying this is what I believe. And yeah, so I'm curious to know everybody's thoughts and opinions regarding Sony pulling out Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store. Listen, this is crazy news. This is just a crazy year, and I honestly thank Sony for doing this, because, you know, if uninformed consumers, average consumers, buy the game, you know, people are going to be disappointed, and if they're not aware that they can get these refunds, then unfortunately they've lost money, and they probably are going to delete the game and not play it ever again. So honestly, thanks Sony for doing this. I think this is a great decision. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe and like. And with that being said, I've been TheStarkz. Peace.